Let's get right to breaking news in Salem and a wildfire that's causing level 3 go now evacuations. This is happening on the south side of the city, basically in the outskirts north of the Rosedale area.
So let's show you where the fire is burning in relation to Salem. Again, south of the city, the Marion County Sheriff's Office says the evacuation zone is west of Liberty Road South and Jory Hill Road. The red areas on this map are in the go now zone. The yellow is the BSET level 2 evacuation zone. Let's get right to our Catherine Cook, who just arrived near that fire. Catherine, what can you tell us?
David and Laurel, we're right now at Crossler Middle School, which is the gathering point for evacuees. We pulled up just a few minutes ago, and so far I've counted just over about a dozen people. We're far enough from the evacuation zone that we can't even see any smoke right now. But you can see if I step out of the way here where there are several roadblocks in the area. They're calling this the Liberty Fire. Right now, deputies are going door to door to let people know they need to evacuate. For perspective, around 600 people live in the level 3 evacuation zone. You can see crews are also stationed at several road closures to help people out. Here's another look at video from a KGW viewer. The fire started just before 3 this afternoon in a field off Liberty Road, and it spread quickly. So far, no reports of injuries or burned structures. The Oregon State Fire Marshal has mobilized air resources, including a helicopter and air tankers, which we've been watching fly overhead here. Once again, the evacuation zone is west of Liberty Road, south and Jory Hill Road. If you live in this area, you're asked to leave now. David and Laurel, back to you.
Thank you, Catherine, for the update live from Salem.
Yeah, obviously touch and go there as we continue to follow this breaking news. Let's bring in meteorologist Joe Ranieri. Joe, I thought I heard it on Catherine's microphone there. How is the wind looking in that area right now?
Yeah, it sounded pretty intense just listening to Catherine Cook out there. Right now, we are looking at some relatively calm conditions. That could be changing, though, at a moment's notice. Throughout the metro area and really up and down the I-5 corridor, David, in your Salem, we are seeing some winds pretty calm, but we're also looking at some very dry conditions. Relative humidity is down to about the 25 to 30% throughout much of the central and southern part of the Willamette Valley. But as we look at the futurecast showing the winds, they'll pick up at times late tonight, early tomorrow morning. There's no watches and warnings because of the wind. But again, with these wildfires, as we've seen over the last couple of months, they can kind of create their own weather, if you will. But we'll see the winds pick up later on this week, especially down into parts of the central and southern part of the Willamette Valley, where Salem is, of course. Now, we're also tracking that smoke and haze. You spent any time outside at all today, you notice it was kind of a thin layer. Well, it turns into a thin to a thicker layer by tomorrow morning and into the afternoon hours.